guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, Netflix version. Hey guys, well, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 3 of season 1 of Avatar: The Last Airbender. I felt so energized after that last episode. I cannot tell you how excited I was just for the travel to Kyoshi Island, the Kyoshi Warriors, and Kyoshi herself. I did not expect that, and I absolutely love the way that they are telling the story without overdoing a lot of the physicality for Gordon playing Aang, because I do feel like at 12, it's a lot to handle. There's a lot of emotional beats that Aang has to go through, and I think for Gordon, that's going to be incredibly hard, because I don't know if 12-year-old Gordon knows any life experience to draw from for those things, and I think he's doing a really good job. I always extend grace to kids because they are learning their way through this business, and the acting that they learn along the way, that by the time we get to our final season, I think that they are going to be just like the kids from Harry Potter. If you go back and you watch the original Harry Potter movies, you're like, cute, great acting. Not me, not Hermione, you, right? So it's very, it's very much one of those things that it's just like extend grace to these kids because they're doing the best that they can with what they have to work with, and I think they're nailing it. Obviously, I love Sokka and Suki, and I am definitely Team Suki when it comes to Sokka and the loves that he has. I loved their chemistry. I think that they had fantastic chemistry. They work well together. They look great together, but definitely there's some things that happen in the future that, you know, we have to wait for, but, you know, I look forward to seeing Suki again someday. Wink. But it was great being on Kyoshi Island and seeing the temple, I think is what they were calling it. And the fact that they kind of put that, you know, information out there that to talk to the avatars, you have to visit their temples. And I think that that's great, actually, because I know Aang learning about the avatar state and the spiritual aspect about that, you know, it happens a little bit differently in animation, and you can get away with that with the animation. In this instance, I can understand that it's really hard. So, and those things like still happen throughout the show, you know, spoiler alert, but like going to Avatar Roku's temple, I mean, you know, Roku is probably going to happen. I'm so excited for it. Oh my gosh. Like again, I get so excited for the past avatars because except for Karuk or Karuk, whatever his name is, just because he wasn't a standout avatar, you know, he was very chill and laid back, which is 100% fine if you don't have a war to fight, and then, you know, just hang loose, dude. But, you know, I love hearing about the past avatars, and I love seeing them in action. And I think having Kyoshi do all of the destruction on Kyoshi Island to the firebenders and to Zhao's, like, you know, squad, I think that was amazing. And I think also, like, Zuko having a book of the avatars and Aang having stolen that. I think Zuko having done research on the avatars is actually a great storytelling piece because, you know, he can fill in a little bit exposition wise, but also like he recognized Kyoshi and he was like, holy crap, like it can't be. And I thought that was a wonderful moment. I thought it was great. Now, obviously, you know, we have Aang and Katara who are having like this like cute little love thing that's happening in season 1 of the animated series, and I'm glad that it's not really happening that way in this, because really we're getting to know everybody, we're getting to know our characters, we're getting ready, or we're getting to know the locations and the people of the past and the people of the future, and I think that there's so much time for love. Like there's so much time. You don't have to have every cutesy moment that happens in the animated series, but I do think for these kids right now, it might be asking quite a bit, and it might come off as incredibly cheesy. So I'm not upset that we're not getting a lot of that. I think it will happen probably naturally, and that was one of my main nitpicks. Well, I don't even know if it's a main nitpick. It was yet another nitpick of the movie, was that like there weren't earned moments. There was nothing that felt earned, like, again, spoiler alert, like Sokka and Yue in the movie, like he just spent like the whole time being agitated and his eyes bugging out of his face, and then all of a sudden they're in love 2 minutes after meeting each other, and then he's crying when she becomes the moon. And I'm just like, that didn't feel earned. So one thing with this story and it progressing, it will feel earned when it happens. And I'm excited about that. Now, one of the other things that's really, I think, going to feel earned is not only my distaste for Zhao, which it's kind of not fair, because straight out the gate, me not liking Zhao is just because other media, but like earning the relationship between Zuko and his uncle and really feeling that vibe, and his uncle just kind of being someone who's like trying to make things easier and lighter, and like really get that burden off of Zuko's shoulders, and just being like, you know, the book didn't catch the Avatar, you did. So you have all that information, and like really trying to be a great uncle / father figure for Zuko. And Zuko, like, he fights it because he doesn't want silly time. He doesn't want niceties. He doesn't want to calm down. He wants to charge ahead and find the Avatar. And, you know, the impossible task of catching the Avatar that was bestowed on him by his father to regain his honor, first of all, is heartbreaking because he doesn't see it. Uncle Iroh sees it. We see it. It's just like, you were never meant to catch the Avatar because the Avatar was gone for 100 years, kiddo. You can't see the writing on the wall. And it's really heartbreaking just to see him desperate to catch the Avatar, and not wanting other people to know, because then if other people know, then other people will be looking and other people can catch the Avatar, and then it's not him, and then he loses his honor and he can't come home. And, you know, he has this whole destiny that's written in his head of who he's supposed to be. And I think, you know, the adventures of him and Uncle Iroh are the thing that helps him discover who he is and who he wants to be in the future. And I'm really looking forward to that unfolding. I was like very much like, oh, at least he's not bratty Zuko where he's throwing a temper tantrum. And then we start the episode out with him throwing a temper tantrum. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay. You know what? It felt uncomfortable. It felt cheesy and awful, but don't all temper tantrums that you're not part of feel that way? So like when you see a kid throwing a temper tantrum, aren't you like, yikes? You know, it's the same thing. So I'm really pleased with the way that we're building the relationships that we currently have. Now, this episode is titled Omashu, which one of my favorite characters is the king of Omashu, Boomy. And I will say that this is the character that I'm the scaredest to see on screen because it could come off really cheesy, really horrible makeup. Like I just keep remembering from the trailer, I'm like, why do I see his armpit hair? Like, and like, why is it so straight? Like it's just, and I get that like his character is very like, ah! You know, so like it makes sense, but it's the hardest character I think that they could bring to life on this show without it crossing the line as completely ridiculous. And it might be, and I'm just going to have to accept that. I don't expect technology and makeup and acting to recreate the person that I know and love from the animated series. And if they can do it justice and at least give us a great character, maybe I can look past everything else. But I just keep thinking about the armpit hair and I can't get over it. But I'm looking forward to it. And I love Omashu. And oh God, the cabbage guy. I just thought of that. Like, are we gonna get it? I know he's in the series. Is this when we get to see him? Oh, I love that the original voice actor gets to play the cabbage guy, and I'm so excited. He's like this celebrity that everyone's gonna freak out about, and people who don't know anything about the animated show is gonna be like, why does everyone care about this guy? If you know, you know. If you know, you know. He's just like a celebrity. I feel like the guy foaming at the mouth, you know, seeing the Avatar, just like, it's Cabbage Guy. So I'm really excited to get to Omashu. So guys, I'm not going to delay it any further. Let's get into it. Starting with the Fire Nation. Oh, yep, Fire Nation. That music. Yeah, we got to see Ozai in the last episode, too. I want to see more of Ozai, if you know what I'm talking about, girls. You know what I'm saying.
We strike tonight.
We don't have the numbers.
What is happening?
We have our anger. We have our grief.
Yeah, it's not enough.
For the first time in a century, we have hope.
The Avatar.
I want you to meet someone willing to risk everything for our cause.
Uh-huh.
Like all of us, she has lost too much.
My mother. And my brother?
She works at the palace. She's willing to help us.
Is that
At
Azula?
great personal risk. If she can summon the courage, so must we all.
Oh
Fire Lord
no.
Ozai must die tonight!
Oh shit. Oh, we're about to see just how ruthless Azula is in live action. Bye, kid. Bye, y'all. Oh my god. If they don't kill you, life is gonna be absolutely horrible for you. It's so awesome!
There is no way out. But you must have known this was a one-way journey. Did you expect my men to just lay down their arms after you slaughtered their Fire Lord?
Expected that all decent Fire Nation citizens would have welcomed being freed from your tyranny.
Don't you mean unity?
No, tyranny. Tyranny, yeah.
Are we not the greatest nation in the world?
Doesn't matter.
My compliments on making it this far. Then again, we in the Fire Nation have always prided ourselves on our resourcefulness. Isn't that right, Azula?
Yeah.
Yes, Father.
Well, that's a way to meet her.
But there is one out there who cannot be stopped.
Avatar.
The one who will restore balance to the world. The one who has returned to us.
Oh! Yep, Azula's a sociopath.
Can you believe they think the Avatar has returned?
Leave us.
He doesn't know yet. Did he get his letter from Zhao? Yep, sure did.
A message from one of my commanders in the Southern Seas.
Just one of
No
his
one of any
commanders.
importance.
I love how we know how he feels about Zhao.
Your brother has done the impossible, just as I'd asked.
Oh, girl. You're gonna fall apart, aren't you?
Really?
Oh, I cannot wait to see her in action. Oh my god. Whew. It's green. Earth Kingdom. Ah! I'm so excited for Boomy. Trepidatious, but excited.
Basic bending forms are mostly just physical movement. But when you get into the harder moves, like the water whip, you really need to reach inside and feel the energy flow. Tap into your feelings and gather energy from them.
Tap into your feelings.
Not that one. Or maybe that one? For defense?
I bet it was my fault.
Oh.
I should never be a teacher.
Oh, stop it.
The monks always said I never listened. I think that's what they said. I never listened. All the more reason for us to get to the Northern Water Tribe, right?
We've got the best waterbending masters in the world.
I might even listen to them.
Maybe.
We shouldn't stay in the same place for too long.
Aww. Sokka, always thinking of food. Love that guy. Me too. Mm-hmm.
I liked her too.
So did I.
Yeah, she was cool.
Of course, I have no idea what she saw in you.
Oh, Appa baby.
I think it's another airbender.
Oh, baby. It's not.
He's headed for that mountain.
Oh, wait.
That's Omashu. Papa, get here!
What's his name? Is it Haru, or am I thinking somebody different? I think I forgot his name already.
Commander Zhao's ship has arrived.
Hey,
Perfect
Chops.
timing. To the Fire Nation.
I don't like him.
Me either.
He does have a disagreeable quality.
Mm-hmm,
I spoke to some of his crew. Word is, Zhao failed his officer training program 3 times.
Did I ask for your opinion?
Hey. Now I feel sorry for Chops.
Omashu was carved out of a living mountain. It's one of the wonders of the Earth Kingdom.
Are we going to see the machinist then? Because his son normally has a glider.
The people there, they're artists, scientists, builders, plus food there is amazing.
Oh, Sokka sold. Oh, look at that line to get in. Is there a cabbage cart? Oh!
They don't take kindly to outsiders in Omashu.
What makes you think we're outsiders?
No reason.
Gestures forward.
We have a friend we need to see. We just could use a little help getting inside.
Yeah, nice duds.
Let's have at it the turnip sack. Sure you can make that look good too.
So how do you know we're not a threat?
Just a feeling.
Oh, wow.
Sokka, forever the brother.
State your business.
Headed to market, as usual. Oh, it wasn't a great crop this month. She told me I wasn't watering the turnips enough. Knew there was a reason I married her. My brother-in-law would agree if he could speak.
Yeah. Shh.
Struck mute at birth.
You'd be amazed at how much he can say without words. Just the other day, he made us laugh so hard.
All right,
that's enough. Move along.
I love that for Sokka. So cool! Oh, I love it. Oh, it looks so good. The ostrich horses are so creepy.
There he is! Look!
Hey, wait up!
Troublemaker? My cabbages!
Hey! Watch out for my
They robbed us of the line? They robbed us of the damn line?
You're not an airbender.
Never said he was.
An airbender. Of course I'm not.
Oh! Whoa!
Hey! We can't see!
Nice. Good job, buddy.
He's an airbender.
You got it, Katara. You got it, Katara.
You're a waterbender.
Teo!
Oh!
Teo!
Teo, that's his name.
We should get him out of the smoke.
Our house is right here. Thank you.
Did he just blow something up?
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty great, huh?
It's a cool
That's
place.
the mechanist of the king of Omashu.
Mechanist?
Just a fancy word for someone who wastes a lot of time tinkering.
Don't listen to him. He's responsible for maintaining the best parts of the city. Like a delivery system. You've seen it, right? It's amazing.
It is amazing.
Play but a small role.
Hey, if everyone in Omashu were as dedicated as you, this war would be over. The Fire Nation would be on their knees by now.
I love how he believes in his dad.
This stuff is incredible. I mean, look at this.
Those are for cleaning under your toenails.
Ew.
It can get bloody.
Ew. Check and make sure he has all of his fingers. I'm sure he's blown some of them off.
I want to help. And I think I can. Because I'm the Avatar. Now tell me about these bombings.
Okay, just don't bomb people yourself.
Impossible.
He's done nothing. He spent 3 years on an ocean cruise while I've been here doing everything Father has asked.
Oh, I'm so happy for Tylee and May.
Zuko may be banished, but he's out there exploring the world. If I were him, I wouldn't want to come back.
I love May. I love May.
All dear old Zuzu wants is to make it back here and take away everything I've worked for.
Technically, he is first in line to be Fire Lord. Not that he deserves to be.
He doesn't. But now he has hope. And that's dangerous.
Yeah.
So, what can you do about it?
There are always ways to get in the game, if you know which pieces to play.
I'm so excited for her.
I have a hunch about where the bombers might be gathering. It's just there. The strongest stuff drafts are in the morning, so we should fly then.
You're supposed to help me with the airship. I still need to fix the attitude control before I show it to the generals.
I can help with that.
He certainly can. Yeah, he's gonna find out something about his dad when he goes up there.
My sources say an airbender was spotted there.
Omashu.
I'll send 2 of my best men to confirm the report. They can be in and out before...
No. Uncle Ira and I will go. No one else.
As you wish. If anything happens in Omashu, we won't be able to help you.
The prince and I will be fine.
They will.
We know what it means to be on our own.
Interesting. The reworking of this is a little confusing to me, but I'm so far okay with it.
Fire Nation spies.
But that means the Mechanist is a...
Traitor.
Helping. Is this guy Jet? I can't figure out who this character is.
Come on.
Nice kabuki mask. Hmm.
The Mechanist has been working for the Fire Nation.
Saka and Aang. They're in danger. I've got to warn them.
They'll be fine.
Oh, this is Jet. It is Jet.
Wait,
So crazy.
who are you?
You can call me Jet.
They call him Jet. This is so mixed. Like a bunch of storylines mixed together, but it's actually working for me. So I'm kind of okay with it right now. And getting to fly with somebody again. Sokka's gonna help with that airship, but I thought they all found it at the same
Pursuit was
time.
so clumsy, I wasn't sure you'd ever catch up.
Big talk for someone who's outnumbered.
Good thing I brought friends then.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're not. He's not outnumbered. Come on, Jet. Show us what you got. Ooh! Ooh! That was a nice move. Come on, Katara.
Oh yeah. I brought friends too.
So like Pipsqueak, the Duke. Nice. Oh. Nice.
Awesome shooting there, long shot.
Yeah, long shot. Good to see you, buddy. Oh my god.
Cool attacking that flame head. Thanks, Pipsqueak.
Oh, that's the Duke.
He's the Duke. I'm Pipsqueak.
Yeah.
Who are you people?
Freedom fighters.
We're the good guys.
I thought I was gonna make it without crying, and I didn't think that this group was gonna get it. But
You coming?
oh my gosh.
He's always said that it's just me and him, and he'd do anything to protect us.
And he is doing anything to protect you.
Do you want him to do more?
I want him to see that we have to do everything we can to save the world, because if not us, then who?
What a great spirit. Tree Village.
Welcome.
Oh. So much fun. Reminds me of Hook.
So you just took it on yourselves to fight the firebenders?
Well, if not us, then who?
Oh, well, there it is. Again.
We're orphans. Refugees. What are we now, Smeller Bee?
Freedom fighters!
Freedom fighters. Oh. Dang it. Thought I'd get through one episode without tears.
If you mix Tinkar with salt water and then boil it down, you get this. Blasting jelly. A few jars could blow half the neighborhood sky high.
Freedom fighters. It was Jet that, like, exploded that bomb in the city.
The firebenders weren't behind the explosion.
Yeah. As soon as he said blasting jelly, I knew.
What do you remember when you think of your mother? I don't mean how she died. I mean when she was alive.
She would stop when the sun rose. She would watch and smile. Every day.
Remember that. Remember the sunrise.
Come on, Katara. You did it, girl.
What are you
Until
doing?
she finds out the truth
Trying
about you,
some
Jet.
Omashu barbecue. It's not often you get the opportunity.
This is the great Omashu? The best the Earth Kingdom has to offer?
I gather its charms are lost on you?
You think?
I'm told that Fire Nation agents in the city have taken to sowing terror to weaken the Earthbenders' resistance.
Father would never approve of this underhanded tactic.
Given how long this war has lasted, who knows what true north lies in the Fire Nation.
Remember that, Zuko.
You know the officer on Prince Zuko's crew, the one who slipped you the information about the Avatar?
Chops?
Lieutenant G. I'd like to speak to him.
I felt bad for Chops. Now I don't.
I know who's behind the bombings. What? No, Jet's not the bad guy. Sai is.
Sai's done nothing but help us. Well, Jet's a con artist who lied to our faces.
He didn't lie.
Neither one are telling the truth.
You're wrong.
This is just like you, Katara. Willing to believe anything as long as it helps you.
This is just like you. Never believing anything I say. I'm so sick of you treating me like I'm a little girl.
Then grow up.
Whoa. Easy there, buddy.
Where are you going?
To prove you're a jerk.
Oh, yeah? Well, I don't need proof of that.
That's not really the thing you wanted to say.
Oh.
Would you like to try one of
Not right now.
Stop cutting him off! Let him say it! It's gonna be the end of the episode, isn't it?
We need to talk.
Later. We just launched a big mission.
Mission? What mission?
Bombings.
I mean, you were there when we confirmed the Mechanist was a traitor. We took care of his partners. Now we need to take care of him.
What are you gonna do?
We know how to take out the garbage.
This is definitely a different story for Jet and the machinist and mechanist. I don't really like saying it that way, but shoot. I actually don't mind the combination of the two stories and the way they're playing this out.
You're going to blow him up?
This is our chance to burn out this city's diseased heart.
Sokka was right. You are the bad guy.
Yep.
Katara, the warehouse we destroyed, that was a meeting spot for spies. Now the Mechanist will help us root out even more evil.
People got hurt, Jet.
Innocent people are gonna die, Jet.
Yeah.
That's the price of freedom.
Oof.
Katara, there's nothing you can do to stop it.
This is
We're
wild.
right.
It's so good.
Shut up and gloat later. Right now, we need to stop Sai.
Shut up and gloat later.
What's the fastest way to the palace?
It's at the highest point of the city.
Gotta go by air. Uncle Iroh, stop him.
Keep your firebending in check, or you'll have the Earth Kingdom army to deal with.
I don't need fire to defeat this boy.
Wow. Sorry, I don't mean to smile when Aang hits the ground, but Zuko is such a great fighter. Nice. Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's the easiest way to get up there.
I have an idea. Come on.
Find the guy with the cabbages. Ride up with some cabbages. Nice. Wow. Oh, well, missed one. This is great. What great fighting skills these two kids have. Oh, this is fascinating.
Sai said all routes lead to the palace. We just have to take this one to the end of the line.
The end of the line may be coming soon.
Can you jump to a different one? There you go. There you go. There you go.
3!
Good job. Sokka is so good at this stuff.
Why is this so important to you?
You're an enemy of the Fire Nation.
That's why you've been hunting me for 3 years?
How do you know it's been 3 years? Unless...
He's got the book.
You have my notebook!
Yeah. Oh!
My commentary!
We got it! I shouldn't be laughing. I feel so bad for him, but it's so enjoyable. Umi!
Oh no.
Water, water, water whip, water whip. Think of the sunrise. Oh!
Protect the king!
Uh-huh. Same. Thank you, Aang.
Save yourself! For the Fire Nation!
Oh! What are you doing, Iroh? So instead of Zuko going off on himself because of everything else, this is why? Yeah, they got you, kiddo.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Ah! To the king! Oh, man, I thought we were getting at this episode, but I can wait till the next one. It's fine. Okay, the thing with adaptations is that it's not just an adaptation from the source material to what we're watching now, is that the viewer also has to adapt. So I 100% believe this, that like, you know, the choices that they're making for the story are for a reason. I love combining not only Omashu with the Mechanist with Jet's story and having all of that combined. It's a great way to still tell their stories without having to draw it out and have very separate stories when you tell them all together. I think that was a great writing choice, personally. You know, I didn't realize that Jet was the one that was on the card. I was like, who is this kid? And I was like, is it Haru? Like, I couldn't figure out who we were meeting. And then when it started to click that it was Jet. Okay, so I'm going to start with the thing that's probably going to bother me the most, because Zuko and Iroh are the two people that I hold dear to my heart. They literally made the entire animated series for me. I can't believe I'm like crying right now trying to talk about it. But Zuko's journey is something that had a profound effect on me. And him now being without Uncle Iroh, and Uncle Iroh being, you know, gone. I don't know if he's necessarily been captured. And even if he was, White Lotus. So, you know, I'm not necessarily concerned about Uncle Iroh, but like just Zuko's story and what that means going ahead, because he was with Uncle Iroh for quite some time, and I hope the whole Zuko's journey of being alone and kind of fearing by himself, that's not starting right now, because I still think there's a lot more growth that Zuko has to do before he goes on that journey. But him having a fight with Aang, you know, that's not something that we've seen really in the animated iteration so much. But I thought it was really cool to showcase their ability. You know, they're very good martial artists. It had kind of like a, I guess, Jackie Chan kind of feel, where they're using a lot of props to kind of like, you know, twist around things and pull on people and you know, baskets to stop stuff. I thought that was really great. It was really visually cool to see, but what I don't want them to do necessarily is build Zuko as this villain that is just after the Avatar. And I really thought that we were going to get more out of that. Like, how do you know it was 3 years? And I was like, oh, because he has your book. But I thought that like maybe we might get that, like, capturing you is the only way to restore my honor. Capturing you is the only way I get to go home. I think there might be a better understanding from Aang at that point. Now, the reason why I think it's like really early for that is because he still has to go on a lot of his journey, but then also, you know, they don't have much of meeting up with each other and having these huge fights or anything. Normally it's like, I see the Avatar and then they escape or something like that. Like, there's not a lot of hand-to-hand combat. So that's interesting. And I'm here for it. I'm very excited to see how they go from here on. And I'm not going to get too stuck or caught on a storyline in particular because, in the animated series, when we go to Omashu, it's Cabbage Guy and then Boomy. And then later on, we go to the Western Air Temple, Eastern Air Temple. I think it's the Eastern Air Temple. It's the Southern Air Temple and the Northern Air Temple. So the Western one is I'm trying to think of which one's which. Anyway, and that's where we meet the machinist and Tio. So I think combining the stories is perfectly fine as long as they have a way to get to all the points that need to be made and they're not like drastically changing Zuko's story because like his story is like the story of Avatar. Besides Aang's, like obviously Aang is the main character, but they're very paralleled. So like both of these two are going through things that seem absolutely impossible and are incredibly hard. And that's the journey of Avatar. So I hope they don't take anything away from Zuko's story. Now, I will say that getting Jet, Smellerby, Longshot, and Pipsqueak was just absolutely phenomenal. I was so excited to see them. And they weren't even my favorite part about any part of the show. Like, I was just kind of like, I don't... Like, yeah, they're characters that, appeared in like an episode or two. Okay, big deal. But like, I don't know, like seeing them in live action, like that made me feel emotions. It made me feel like really like happy to see them because they are orphans. They are struggling. They are freedom fighters. They're also mildly, terrorists. I don't know how you toe the line, but I was not a fan of Jet in the animated series. I'm still not a fan of Jet in the live action series, but I do like that he was here because I know how important he is to Katara's story. And I know how important he is overall to Avatar. So, I genuinely enjoy seeing Jet and the freedom fighters here. That was really just an exciting moment. Katara, really opening up about her mother. Of course, we don't really get to see that in the animated series as much. Probably until the end of the entire series, but her, opening up to Jet and having happy memories be the thing that drives her and her bending ability. I think that like that is absolutely beautiful. And I loved that, like, yes, Aang is really supposed to teach her a lot of the flows and like the body movements and all of that. But I think that we can kind of cut some of that out and have her drive be something that's very Katara and something that she found in herself. And, Jet simply saying, think of a good memory or think of a happy memory about your mom. I don't think that replaces anything that Aang could do, but I'm really looking forward to see how her and Aang interact in the future, especially when Aang starts to waterbend. And I don't know if they're going to save that until he gets to the Northern Water Tribe. I know that they don't have to do that. So I'm very curious to see what's next. But now that we know that he's caught, he's going to have to go see the king. And King Boomy, he knows. He knows. We know that he knows. Aang doesn't know that he knows. And I'm excited to see that. Again, the hair is the only thing that I'm worried about. The armpits. And like we got like a brief look at him and it's very scary looking, more so than goofy. But until we actually see him physically doing things, I'm going to hold off judgment on that. And obviously, the machinist, we know in the animated series that he's working with the Fire Nation and helping them build weapons, and it's the one way to keep his son safe. I'm glad that they kind of put all of that together because that really works well together. And, him and Sokka having a moment where, he's like, the things that you're good at are the things that you need to explore. Sokka can still be a warrior that's an engineer. You can wear many hats in life, and I think Sokka does that, especially in the animated series. It's one of the things I love about him the most, is that, like, he's all of these serious things, and then he is silly, goofy Sokka, and, quite the ladies' man. So I really love that moment that he had with him, and especially now saving him, and and going to talk to the king. I don't know if Katara and Sokka, I don't know if they're gonna do the whole like rock thing where it starts to overtake them and like Aang has to like pass all these tests or whatnot. But I would really like want to see like Sokka working with the machinist for the airship. I think that whole storyline was really cool. Now we did get Azula. And it's really interesting what they're doing with her because obviously she doesn't have a storyline in the first book. And it does seem like they're combining a lot of stuff and kind of cutting some things out that we don't need. Like, we don't need like penguin sledding and all that. But her like kind of being deceitful and getting a group to come in and then her revealing her true identity. That's very Azula-like, and her like with the fire in her eyes and watching them burn. Like, in her, like, that smile, that is so Azula. That is so Azula. And I was wondering, too, I was like, why does she have a bow and arrow? And, like, she was just practicing. I don't know if she's going to be fighting with a bow and arrow, necessarily, but definitely seeing Ty Lee and May was just freaking fantastic. You know, May wasn't, like, overly, like, sad and, like, Daria-like, you know, like she was, like, kind of just like May, but like a normal person. And then, of course, Ty Lee was her excited self. I can't wait to see her block some cheese. I know what you're going to do, Nathanael, and it's okay. You can go ahead and do it. I like cheese.
Behold the power of cheese.
Anyway, but it was good to see my girls. You know, and when I get excited, like I got excited for Jet, I got excited for Azula and Ty Lee and May. It's not like I like love these characters and I'm so happy to see them, but like I'm happy to see like their story evolve, because with them being in the story and how it happens, it's just there's so many things to look forward to by them being in this right now. I'm so stoked. But like, let's not forget the guy who steals the show everywhere he goes and gets his sentences cut off all the time until we finally see it. The cabbage guy. I'm so excited to see him. I'm so happy for that guy. And it's just, you shouldn't be so happy to see somebody so tortured, but thank you. Thank you to the writers who pulled him in and made sure that that happened. Because if you didn't, is it even Avatar? If there's not a cabbage guy somewhere, is it even Avatar? I don't think so. But guys, if you want to watch the full-length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon. But in the meantime, remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. What did you think of this episode and how they combined all the stories? Because at first I was like, how are they going to do this? And I think they did a pretty good job. You know, if Jet's against the firebenders and anyone who's helping the firebenders, and the machinist, the mechanist, I don't say it that way, but the mechanist, you know, working with the firebenders and helping the firebenders, but also very much doing it to protect his son, which I don't know if you guys know that yet. I think everyone's already binged watched the season by the time they are viewing this, but combining those two things together is actually a super smart idea. And if you had told me like, hey, how would you write this? It wouldn't have been that way, but I think this is better. I really like the combo. Are you guys worried about Zuko's journey with losing Iroh in episode 3? And I don't know, like maybe he meets up with Iroh. Maybe Iroh, you know, talks to a guy he knows that's in Omashu and is just like, you know what I mean? So I'm nervous for the next episode because I'm really, I hold Zuko's journey so dear to my heart, and I love him so much, and I want everything that's best for that boy. And it's going to be hard for me if they change his journey and his story. But can I just say that Dallas is one hell of a martial artist. I am like, this is fun. This is so much fun to watch him fight. Just the fights in general have been great. Even Jet fighting was fantastic. Watching Gordon fight was wonderful. You know, and again, like what I said is like, we can only demand so much out of these kids, and their fighting skills are on point. Their acting skills are good. They'll only get better. I am very pleased with how this is going. Do I think it's better than the original and the animated version? No, why would we think that? Like, could anything ever compare? No, we need to stop trying to say that this needs to be as good as that. This is still really good, and I'm really satisfied with it, and I'm so excited to get back into it and watch more. So guys, come back here for the next episode, and in the meantime, I'll see you. My cabbages!